I don't believe he's worked quite as hard at it as Ben. And Ben is a product of New Jersey. He's a transfer student and probably in wrestling quite a few years more than Timmy in Timmy's defense. But we'll see what he can do.
Timmy,
you never know.
5th place in the Central Division I sectionals at 140 pounds.
See how low he goes, and his penetration is fantastic. Immediate 2 points. Timmy's got fabulous hips. He knows where to put his hips.
Timmy with a 1-0-1 record this year.
Timmy's been hurt a little bit. I saw him in a wrestle-off the day before, or yesterday, and he did very well, representing his team today. Of course, he won the wrestle-off. Speaking of wrestle-offs, we're going to talk a little bit about wrestle-offs. Right. Unlike other sports where the coach chooses which player is going to play, in wrestling, all the underclassmen, all the people in the same weight class have a chance to challenge either 1 or 2 days prior to the dual meet or tournament that person. So they will say to the coach, I would like to challenge, for example, Timmy Campion. And that was the match that I saw. And Timmy won.
Maintaining if Timmy lost, the other person would represent
Timmy
the school.
lost. Sometimes the coach can overrule, but very seldom. Because
that's
the name of the...
That's really a fair way, isn't it?
Well, the name of the game is that promotes competitiveness even within the team, so that the best man, hopefully, is always on the mat.
All right, we're down to 37 seconds as Lerner, 2-0 lead in this, the first period of the 7th match of the 8th match of the evening.
That's a cradle. He's got a cradle on him. Timmy's got to get out of that. He's got to kick out. Believe me when I tell you that Timmy's got a lot of pride. He's not going to want to get pinned by Ben.
Ben Lerner on top, Timmy Campion on the bottom.
He kicked out. He did a good job to get out, and he's going to get a 1-point escape. He's got 1 point. It's 2-1.
2-1, so it's a good
That's
match.
the end of the first period.
Just got that. Campion getting a point makes it 2-1. The end of the first period.
Timmy's doing better than I thought already.
Good job, Timmy.
Look at the build on Ben. Isn't that something?
Beautiful. How many of these kids will go on to wrestle in college, Rod?
Well, I know Ben will. He's already been offered a full scholarship, I think, at Michigan State. I'm not positive on that, but he has been contacted by many schools, believe me.
A kid like Bruce Fine this year, wrestling for Boston University.
Boston University. My own son, I give him a plug, Ronnie Paul, wrestling for Boston University.
Right.
Carl Adams, one of the finest coaches I've ever seen, known, beautiful man. 36 years old, can wrestle anybody in the country with, you know, unbelievable. He's the fastest human being I've ever seen. He's almost 40.
It's interesting how a school can get a reputation. Iowa, for example, has such a strong reputation in wrestling.
It boils down to recruiting policies, not necessarily the wrestlers themselves.
Whipping Campion down is
Campion's got to get out of that. Ben is so strong. Ben can bench well over 300 pounds. So you can imagine the force that he can exert on Timmy. Look at that. Timmy's got a lot of heart. Tremendous amount of pride showed right there. Tremendous. See, he goes right back into another pinning combination. This is why Ben is so good. He's a tremendous chain wrestler. One move right to the other.
5-1.
See, Timmy can't mount an offense. He's constantly fighting that pin,
right.
And that is so tiring. And he knows down deep if he makes one mistake, he's gonna get pinned, and that's not an easy mental factor.
I'll tell you, the guy who probably is more exhausted than anybody in this whole evening is Jim Cavanaugh, the official.
He'll earn his money.
Oh, jeez. He's down there. He's been kicked. He's been butted. He's been everything down there.
He'll earn his money.
Lerner. Tough hold.
And both teams will be mad at him to boot.
You can't win.
And the fathers will hate him. It's a no-win situation.
Campion controlling the match. Gets 3 near fall.
No, Lerner.
I mean, Lerner.
That's a bar arm. He's got his legs. That's a forced half. Now that, I got hurt in that move myself. That's right to a single half.
8-1, Lerner on top. 18 seconds remains in this, the second period. Lerner pretty much controlling the match.
Lerner, as expected, is controlling the match, but Timmy's doing a good job. Right back into a pinning. This is why Ben Lerner is so dangerous. He just goes from one combination to the other.
As the second period comes to an end, Lerner.
In Timmy's Campion's defense, he has been injured, and he may not be quite as physically capable right at this time. Among the other disadvantages, he says, as I said before,
Disadvantage is wrestling Lerner.
Wrestling Lerner. That's a big disadvantage. But he has not been wrestling as many years, and he has been injured to date.
That's probably the reason why he's only 1-0-1. He's only wrestled. Exactly. This is only his third match of the year.
He's a little rusty.
11-1. 10 points would be a major win for.
There's a reversal. My word.
Now it's up to a superior win. If that holds, 13-1. Lerner having really complete control of the match at this point.
As we say in wrestling, Timmy's just good enough to get beat up.
And no matter what condition they're in, a hold like he's got on him right now, he's going to feel that tomorrow morning.
That's an inside cradle, and that hurts. You can't breathe. Some of those holds, you can't breathe. As a matter of fact, I would dare say that 50% of all holds, the person is pinned by pain. They want to get pinned.
Interesting. Almost had him. And trying to get out of it. Nice job.
There's a reversal.
Nice job by Campion.
Excellent, excellent.
Because he was almost down and out. He really was.
But watch Ben work out of it. If they don't go out of bounds, he's almost got out of there. He is. There's a reversal.
He gets a couple of
Unbelievable.
Points. So it's now going to be 17-3 as we have 49 seconds remaining in the match. 47 seconds, 17-3. And the highest point total so far today is Goldberg with 18. So Lerner is challenging that.
He mounts slowly, good style, lets him up. He wants a takedown. He says, why should I ride? I'm a little tired. We'll just take him down for another 2 points. I can afford it. I'm over 12 points ahead.
17-4. 30 seconds to go in the match. Lerner.
Look at the speed. Single leg, grabs it, turns him, takes him down for another 2.
Exactly
he got what he wanted.
You got it. And he gets up again.
Now he does it again.
Lets him up again to do another takedown. 2 is better than 1 anything.
He tried a lateral drop and slipped.
However,
that was a big mistake.
Now it's down to the 12 points.
Now he's got a reversal, so he's got his 12-point victory again. He's got him in a pinning combination to boot. He's only got 1 second, though.
And he's up 21-7, a big victory. Big victory for Ben Lerner.
Little sloppiness at the end, I'm surprised. He got a little overconfident with himself, I think.
So he got 5 points out of that.